Hey, good morning, people. I'm actually just sitting here and I've been toiling with a thought for the last few days of my opinion matters. I keep looking at the news. I keep seeing the negativity, racism. I keep seeing murder. I keep seeing children dying. I keep seeing just a whole lot of negativity. But what I'm speaking on today is the racism between our black community and our police departments. I understand that, the law has to be upheld. I understand that the police officers have a hard job to do. But what I don't quite understand is the shoot first mentality that they have. And it's as if they're just shooting at a ravenous animal. They have to shoot more than once, more than twice, with no exchange in gunfire. I want to present a challenge this morning to all of the leaders, especially to all of the leaders of color. And that challenge to you is that with your money, with your power, with your stamina, with all that you have, come together and make a move towards stopping this violence with the police officers who are overtly, easily trigger happy. A lot of this is going on in states that are that we didn't even really see much about on the news. Oklahoma, Idaho. I mean, all these places. We know there has been a lot of gang violence. We know that there's a lot of been a black on black crime. We also know that terrorism is running rampant as well. But we also noted that there is no shoot first mentality when it comes to capturing terrorists. We capture them, we want to get information from them, we want to see whys and whats and wheres, but we are forgetting that we are the people that helped build this country, and we're shooting first before we're stopping to ask. And then if they are being portrayed in the media as good people, they're not being portrayed in the media as gangsters. Their past, their history is not coming out, that they have records, that they've been arrested a number of times, eluded the police officers, rape, murder. These are not people that are being killed. These are people that have families, that are actually helping out in their communities. My personal opinion is that once we elected a black president, and I know a few of you are going to say, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? But once we elected a black president, the racists went underground for a short period of time to regroup and to come back to figure out what they can do about it. And there was not much they could do, so they decided to go to rallies, bringing in monkeys, being negative. The president's office became an office that they didn't call our leader president. They called him by his name. First thing that they did that was disrespectful. And then in the turn of that event, he was elected to a second term. And during the second term, you had, once again, the elitist racists that did not want him elected, and they couldn't understand how he got elected. So they found another way to go about it, of getting rid of blacks. I believe that the killings, the mistreatment, the wrongful arrests of black people are due to the fact that they could not get to the president, and so they decided to get to his people. I do, however, think that our president, being that this is his final term, needs to step up and say to law enforcement, because he is the highest power in the land, to cease and desist of the shooting and arrest and pressure to the police departments. And I know there are steps, and I know there are laws that govern each state, themselves. But as the President of the United States, you do have some power to force them to take a hard look at what is really going on in our country. Our focus is off of our country being terrorized by terrorists. Our focus is off of our children being raped and murdered and kidnapped. It is a focus now as though we're going back in time to racism. I believe that what we need to do is to focus on why our police department is shooting first and asking questions later, and why our law, our justice system, is allowing the police officers that are shooting first, not the ones that are doing their jobs correctly, but the ones that are not walking away from said situations. I plead with this country and all of you movie stars, actors, lawyers, doctors, governors, congressmen, the president, business owners, leaders of the community, to step up and rally together and put an end to all of this violence. Lastly, the reason why I am not bringing my face forward on this, because I want you to know that working for the good is what we need. I mean, you got to come together. We have got to come together, and it's not about color, it's not about stature, but it's about coming together for the betterment of our country. How can we possibly fight against Russia, Afghanistan, ISIS, if we can't even come together? Because at the end of the day, when we're overseas fighting for the rights of this country, all men of all colors and women of all colors are losing their life for that right. I just ask you to think about that. And if you have an opinion, I pray that you would voice it, because my opinion matters. #my opinion matters.